What's up everyone, Coach X here again from Victorville FBBC. So today I'm going to be going over some lower body stretches and mobility to better help with the hips, your quads, your hamstrings, calves, ankles, knees, all that good stuff. So the first thing that I really love to do personally, helps me move a lot better, perform better, is called a shin box. So you're going to come down, all right, and I like to keep my left knee in line with the hip, right knee in line with the hip. It's the easiest way to remember, and then you keep both legs bent at about 90 degrees. So from here, you want to rest your palms behind you, put a little bit of pressure on those hands. From here, we're going to lift the knees together, okay, coming up together and down. We're going to shift it over to the other side. Okay, drop down. So you should be feeling it right in here. And we're going to go to the other side now, drop both knees down, and you want to hold it here. I like to go back and forth, and I'll hold on each side for about 5 seconds. Kind of really, you want to push down onto the back loop. Really feel it there in the hip and on the back. That's going to help mobilize here, shifting over back and forth, and it's going to give you better mobility. So when you do squats, lunges, all those things, it's going to feel a lot better. So that's what I like to do. And I'll span going 5 reps back and forth, holding each one for about 5 seconds. And again, you're gonna pick and choose whatever works best for your body. Everyone's gonna feel it a little different. Now, the next one I like to do. Okay, so from here, I like to take I usually start with the right leg, it's my tighter side. So I like to take my right foot in front, push those toes down, really activate those toes, push the knee out, okay? Once you got that knee out, you're gonna take that right forearm, bring it as far down to the ground as you can. So twist, and then come up. Twist down, really get a good deep stretch, and down. Right here, right back up. So if you're a little bit tighter, you might only get here, that's fine. Get as low as you can, and then back up, okay? And if you can't even do that, just push on the knee and lean with the chest. You're gonna mimic the same effect. You just might not be able to get down if you're a little bit tighter. From there, I like to push back and lean with my chest. Okay, so you hold it here, grab right behind the ankle, really lean with that chest, loosen up those hamstrings. Remember, hamstrings are gonna help the knee bend and extend. So if you want better knee mobility, really work on those hamstrings here. Okay, so and then I'll usually go back and forth here, just depending what's gonna work best for your body. And then you'll shift it over right onto the other side. Okay, again, pushing it out, take that same forearm down to the ground and up. Okay, the reason why this is so helpful is because if you look at my torso, I'm twisting, so it's gonna give you better spine mobility. And you don't want your spine all compressed and tight because that's when you're really gonna start to have limited range of motions, and you're gonna start to hurt when you do things like squats or anything that's putting pressure on the shoulders. So really loosen it up, allow that mobility to be there. That way when you're cooking and you gotta twist to grab something, you're not hurting and you're not tweaking your back in your everyday life. So that's why that is so important. The next thing that I like to do, okay, is I'll take my feet about shoulder width apart, step in, and I like to push those knees out here with my elbows. So if you're tighter, you might be maybe about up here. Okay, if you have better ranges of motion, you might even be all the way down here, whatever works best for you. Some days I'm here, some days I'm not. And I like to shift back and forth. Really try to keep those feet flat, okay? So notice how you can see this is kind of coming over here. My knees going over my toes, which is really working my calves here. And that's gonna give me better ranges of motion in my calves. Thus, I'm gonna have less ankle pain and I'll have better ankle mobility, which is gonna take pressure away from the calves, take pressure away from the knees, all the way up to the hips, lower back. Okay, so that's what I like to do there. And the last one that works super well for me, is what I like to do is you take your foot right over here, okay, and you're gonna lean with the chest. So it'll look just like this. Okay, taking it over to a figure 4, holding it there. Now this is about the basic stretch, and if you want to step it up, you can hug that leg around, interlock those fingers, straighten it out here, and pull that leg into you this way. Okay, this is going to be the most advanced way. This will be about the beginner way, just depending whatever's going to work best for you. And one side might be tighter than the other. That is okay, that is normal. Okay, we usually tend to lean on one side more than the other, so just give that side a little bit more love and really put some emphasis on getting better ranges of motion, having better mobility, flexibility. That way when you come into the gym, you can really maximize your lifts, because the deeper you get into a squat, the more calories you're gonna burn. All right, guys, so these are my favorite stretches and mobility flows that I like to do for my lower body. Give these a try.